YouTube land, how you doing? Name's Carly D. Got some good subscribers. I did a thing not that long back, but I did a cover of Muse's Animals, where I showed my pedal board and what it was doing at that particular time. It's changed a bit, so I'm just going to run through some stuff. I'm going to run through what I did for Uprising. I've taken some stuff off my board, I've added some new stuff on there. I've been playing with some sounds, so there's a couple of videos that are going to go up. One of Uprising, my sound. I'm going to do the handler. I think I'm going to do JFK, and the song comes after of Drones, an album that I've really got into recently. Sorry about the state, attached it down to Movember, raising money for a decent charity. Doing very well, thank you. So I've got all things I need ready for tonight. I've got some beer, I've got a Mac, I've got a massive pedal board which I'm going to show you, and more importantly the wife's out for the evening so I can do what I like. So here we go. This is the pedal board. Let me shove it around and show you. Here we go. The new layout of the pedal board is, I'm not sure if you've seen my other video, but what we had before was in this section here we had a big Line 6 pod. Things that have been included since the last pedal board update is the Prunes and Custard, which is there. I also managed to pick up a Earthquake Devices 2 Crimson Tide. It sounds a lot better on guitar than it does on bass, but actually in this particular rig, when it comes to sounds, it's quite nice. It's got it's sort of like a little chewy sort of distortion. I thought it would get something like, I don't know, the sound like that Bruce Foxton used to get from the Jam. I was looking for that kind of Ampeggy sound. It kind of gets there with a bit of blend. But anyway, that's by the by. I don't really use that so much for the Muse stuff anyway. What is important for the Muse stuff is how it works. So if you haven't seen my other video, my bass signal comes into this Lehle Dual and splits into two channels. We've got the A channel and the B channel, and then we've got a combination of the two. Because of the way Chris runs his stuff, all his stuff is 3-channel. So he's got lots of big muffs, he's got a few Animatos, he's got various other stuff going on. So I've got 2 channels out of there. One of them then comes into the Boss LS2. Here we go, really good little line selector. So I've got a couple of signal paths going on. So out of the line, out of the LS2, which is off of channel A, so channel A gets split into 2 again, goes around and comes back and gets blended in here, obviously. So I think one of the signal chains, because I always forget this one, but it goes, I think like the first one you can see is B, it goes Octave down to Big Muff to Big Balls, not Big Balls, that's what it goes to bass balls, Big Muffs and Big Balls and bass balls. Bass balls, it then goes off to somewhere else. It's been so long. Oh yes, Crimson. It goes to Crimson Tide. It goes through a tremolo, so when I'm using my guitar occasionally, there's quite a nice little tremolo going on there. And then it goes back and comes back in. So that's one signal. The other path goes out of the line selector. It disappears into the bass reservoir, which then goes through the Octave pedal, which then comes through the Animato, which then goes through the Prunes and Custard, through the overdrive, because that gives me an overdrive on both sides of this. From the overdrive, it then disappears back off and comes back into the line selector, and then goes back out again. So that's the line path of the line selector. This other big muff here, you might be asking, where's that one come from? Well, that one sits on my B channel. This gives an extra load of bottom end and massive sounds, so stuff like End of Stockholm Syndrome, and we were playing that live, when it just all absolutely kicks off at the end, you just smash that one in. Also with Uprising, I use this in Uprising as well, so I've got distortion on the second channel. So actually on Uprising, you can see the pedals kind of turned on at the moment. This is what I've got going on, so for my Uprising sounds. I've been working on this a lot recently. Basically, I kind of fluked upon this version of the sound. Always before and live, I've had the Line 6 have been part of it, and what the Line 6 allowed me to do was the volume pedal allowed me to take out both of the LS2 channels in one go and just leave me with what used to be a clean channel on B. So although I didn't have an LFO on my rig, it allowed me to kind of emulate that sound a little bit live by then feeding back in all the distorted stuff. I have none of that at the moment. I'm looking for 2 new mini pedals actually for volume, so that I can cut out both the channels on the left hand side. However, the right hand side has still got distortion on it, so I don't quite know how I'm going to play that because I've only got 2 feet. I'll be looking at two volume pedals, 2 feet, and turning off a Big Muff at the same time, which could get horrifically complicated. Or what I might do is do an external, like a mini mixer. So this all comes out. Oh, I don't know. I'm talking off the top of my head again now. But basically, I'm going to try and show you what happens when I turn all the pedals off. I don't know if anyone's ever seen the classic Bill Bailey sketch, The Death of Edge, when all his pedals go down and he's playing a nursery rhyme. Well, I'm telling you, it's a bit like that, so hang on to your hats. The original signal sound is pretty poor. So what I'll do is I'll set this camera up now, just so you can see the pedals and I can play. I'm going to record in Logic. You might hear some of the stuff through here because the speakers are on at the moment. I might just turn them off, but let's see how it goes. I'm confusing myself with the way I'm trying to record this, to be honest with you. So give me a minute. Okay, we're back. So this is my clean sound coming into my Dual. So the signal comes in here, goes through to, he said, knocking the camera. A goes through to the line selector, naps off down the 2 channel paths, comes back into the line selector, goes back out. It's going into channel A on Logic Pro. B is just a clean channel. It's got a Big Muff on it. When I play live, I also have an FM6 on that channel to add some of the wah-wah noises and stuff that Chris uses live for the Muse tribute stuff. So just for recap, in case you weren't in it earlier, we are looking at the way I'm created my Uprising sound, and then at the end I will play along with Uprising. I might drop in and out to get an idea so you understand what's going on. I might dip around between the channels so you hear what's going on in different channels. So hopefully it'll be interesting just to see how the sound is built. I've not nailed it, I'll be completely honest, it's not 100%, but it's the closest I've come across so far, and it's certainly the closest I've ever managed. So this is how it works. In on the A channel, my clean sound. Okay, with the line selector on, that's now opened up both of the channels. Okay, the B channel on its own. A channel. B and A together. You can hear you're getting stuff out of the speakers as well. I ought to turn those off really. So on the A channel, the first thing I did was I was mucking around. I know there's octaves on there. Blending sounds. You can hear the octave. You'll certainly hear it on Logic. Whether you can hear it on the camcorder is another thing. I was told that it was the Octave Multiplexor and the Prunes and Custard. Nah, it's not. I was told it was an octave and the Big Muff, which it's not. I was told it's octave and Animato, which is getting closer. As always, nearly all of Chris's sounds revolve around the Animato. It's not the Deep Impact. Don't be fooled into buying one for 700 quid unless you're really into fish and funk and maybe the odd song in Muse's history, but really it's certainly not on, well, not that I reckon, it's not on Uprising. A lot of these sounds that he managed to soundscape, they come about because the combinations of the distortions and the octaves make them sound synthy. So hopefully you'll get that from this little demonstration video. So I got to there. That gives me a clean channel on B. B still sounds like this. A sounds like this. And I thought that sounds pretty good. But there's this lovely little noise at the end when he plays at the end. It goes. That's too cut off. I was listening to this with Prunes and Custard kicked in. You hear wow at the end. Well, that's getting closer. I kick my B back in, so I've got the 2 going. happy. Went back to the A channel, put in another big muff. Gives it some slightly more bottom end, not a lot, just a little. So mixed with the B channel. I thought, nah, it's definitely all muffs. That's pretty good, I like that. And then when you get to the end, that telltale noise, you can hear it cut off like on the record. You get it right. I wasn't sure whether there's another octave in there. The Octave Multiplexor is acting on the Animato and the Prunes and Custard, believe it or not, to get that sound. If I put the other octave on, it's just acting on the Bigg Muff. Close. Let's have a play along. You can see the pedals in action. It's not going to be me, or it might be me. No, everyone knows how to play Uprising. I'll just play along with a bit of the actual song and see what you think. I've tried to cut all of the bass out of the song so that it's just me really. I might miss the beginning. I find it really difficult to catch the initial slide. We'll see how we go. So that's my rendition of Uprising. I hope you like that. If you've got any questions, any comments, rate, subscribe down below. I've got Handler coming, JFK coming, a couple of others. Thank you very much for watching this. I hope you found the little tutorial interesting. I hope it wasn't too long-winded. See you again next time, guys.